Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I am back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and of course, Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. The depth of family betrayal was too much for you, and you had to let everyone go so you can start fresh and process it all. The depth of family betrayal was too much. You wanted to be the glue to an irreparable situation. You tried your best to make sure things turned out how you wanted them to go, but others made it almost impossible for you to do that. And you know nobody's perfect, all right? You know nobody is perfect. But when people continue to behave a certain way because they know what type of effect it has on you, that's when you know you have to remove yourself. And it's hard because you think people have your best interest at hand. You think people are in your corner, and you think that they want what's best for you. You think they want you to win. You think that they want you to have a successful life. But what you'll realize is there's a lot of sneaky behavior taking place between you and the people you love. And you'll realize that people will act like snakes. They'll profess to be the real deal. They'll profess to be, peaceful and loving and all of these things. But what you'll see is that they are the total opposite of that, because the way that they act, it gives them away. It's a dead giveaway. They're not acting like family is supposed to act. They're not acting like someone that loves you and cares about you is supposed to act. And you can see that. It's not you being soft. It's not you being too sensitive. It's not you being thin-skinned. It's people who are trying to crush your spirit, and you're becoming more aware of it. And they can pretend that that's not what they're doing, and most likely that's what they will do. They'll try to pretend that they're not treating you any different, and they never have, and that you are just making it up, or they don't understand how you could feel that way. They're going to say, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way, but continue to treat you like crap. And they may do some things that will make it difficult for people to see that they treat you like crap, but they have a side of themselves that they show to you and a side of themselves that they show to others. All right. And they will do that to keep you confused, to keep you thrown off, and to keep other people off of their tracks. That's why they do that. But the depth of the betrayal, all right, the betrayal runs deep. The hatred that some people have for you that they can't admit runs deep. Some people who are professing one feeling for you are totally feeling something different. They're supposed to be coaching you on, encouraging you on, uplifting you on, and making you feel good about yourself because they care about you. But they're saying that they care about you and doing the total opposite. They're wanting to see you feel bad about yourself, so that way your experience will be that of one they feel comfortable with. They feel more comfortable with your unhappiness than, they feel more comfortable with your unhappiness than your peace. Seeing you feel good is too much for them, and seeing you live a positive life is too much for them. It's not enough for them to just do this to you a couple times. And it's hard, you know. You have people that are close to you that you're trying to, be in their life, but they're pushing you away from them. And these are supposed to be the ones that are close to you. These are supposed to be the ones that are there for you. All right. And they may be there for you in other ways, but if they're unable to be there for you in a way that you need them, and on top of that, they're going to be toxic, then it makes it stressful to receive help from them. It makes it difficult for you to have to deal with them. And you may be looked at as, oh, well, they're upset because they have to help you, or they're upset because they have to assist you, or it's a problem because of something that you're doing. And they'll make you feel like that. They'll make you think that you're the problem, but you really aren't. A lot of the things that you're just waking up to that you've experienced with these individuals is something that you've been experiencing under their hand for quite some time now. And you're just now becoming aware to it, and you're just now waking up to it. All right. Of course, we have to hold ourselves accountable for the life that we chose and what we created for ourselves. But we weren't the only one who had a hand or a helping hand in some of the choices that we made. Some of the choices that we made were because we were looking for a way out of the type of stress that we were enduring due to the people that were in our lives at the time. So betrayal it's something that you're going to have to deal with in life when it comes to people that you love. They're going to turn on you. They're going to change on you. One day they're going to be acting this way. One day they're going to be acting in another way. One day they may seem like they care. Another day it's going to seem like they don't. And like their whole aim is to try to get you to feel bad about yourself. And when you have to keep going back and forth between feeling good when you're around this person, not feeling good when you're around this person, and it's like they're your puppet master. They're in control of how you feel. They're able to manipulate you to feel good, to feel bad. You know you have a problem. And you know you have a serious problem. You should not allow anyone to control how you feel. Whether you feel good or whether you feel bad, no one else should be able to have control over that. But we give people unconscious control over that by allowing them to push our buttons and to get us upset by the things that they do, the things that they say, the type of person that they are choosing to be. Which I want you to know has nothing to do with you. It's most likely something that they dealt with. A lot of people still have trauma left over that they experienced from their own childhood. And unfortunately, if they don't see you experiencing it, it's like they're going to pass it down onto you because they cannot stand to see you not go through the same issues or problems that they went through. But it's all because of the trauma that they previously experienced, and they could potentially be jealous of the fact that you don't have to undergo the same type of treatment. So what they end up doing is creating a lesser version of the trauma that they experienced. And that's why they'll say that you have nothing to complain about, or you shouldn't be complaining. We're helping you this way, taking care of you this way, but we're just treating you like a dog, or we're talking to you like a dog, or we're disrespecting you, or we're disrespecting your personal space, or we're making you dependent upon us for your whole entire life. So that way you have to come to us for anything and doubt yourself and feel inadequate to go out into the real world and live on your own. All right, the betrayal is real. People will do things to you. You'll try to solve the problem. They won't want to solve the problem because they see how it affects you. And then you come into the realization that this person likes to affect you negatively. This person likes to see you hurt. They like to see you in pain. They like to see you anxious. They like to see you worrying. All right. Some individuals who are close to you, who are claiming and professing one thing, will actually like to see you stress and go through hurt and heartache and pain. And some of them might even straight up tell you to your face that they wanted to see you go through some heartache and some pain. And then when you call them out on it, they're going to pretend that they never even said it. I never said that. I had nothing to do with that. You just told me that so-and-so wanted to see me hurt. You just told me that this person wanted to see me with a broken heart. Oh, well, I never said that. Or, oh, well, I had nothing to do with that. The depth of the betrayal was so real. All right. They blatantly did things behind your back, but in a way to where you would find out. So that way you would be hurt. They purposely wanted to hurt you. Once you find out that people you love have wanted to hurt you purposefully, all right, that is someone that has betrayed you. You're not going to be able to trust that person with what you feel or what you have to say or what's on your mind. You're not going to be able to trust that person by putting your best interests first. You're going to have to put your foot down on this person by letting them know that they're not going to talk to you any kind of way. They're not going to treat you any kind of way. And how you know that they turn their back on you and that they betrayed you is that when you go to discuss this with them and you say, hey, you've been treating me this kind of way and I don't approve of it. I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. How you know they turned their back on you and that they betrayed you is that they're going to act like they have no idea what you're talking about. Even when you call it out, even when you explain it to them, even when you bring it to the forefront and you don't dilly-dally, you don't procrastinate with it, you don't beat around the bush. When you're straight up with them and you call them out right after it happens and you're like, hey, this is what I was talking about. You doing that right there, I don't like that. That's detrimental to me. That's putting me down. That's hurting me. That's breaking me down. I don't like it when you talk to me that way. I can't see myself having myself around you too much longer when you talk to me that way. And they still find you at fault for it. They still act like it's nothing that they're doing. They say you're too sensitive. They say that you're soft. They say that you're weak, or they have negative things to say about you, which will only create a further death blow, all right, which will only create more hurt and more pain. They are betraying you, have betrayed you, been betraying you, and have turned their back on you a long time ago before you even knew it. All right, so it's unfortunate that these things happen. The ones we love will sometimes hurt us, but turning your back on someone and betraying someone is a total different story. People who love you will hurt you. They'll do things that you don't expect of them. They'll do things that are beneath them or unbecoming of them or out of their character. And sometimes you have to accept certain things that people do. Okay, this person made a mistake. They were wrong. They told me they wouldn't do it again. I see the change in this person. I can believe this person. I can trust this person. All right. But there are some people who they just want to pile on these types of situations between you and them. They'll do this. They'll do it again. They'll keep doing it. They'll keep doing it. And they're going to act like they didn't do it at all. And they're going to act like they didn't have anything to do with it at all. And when you call them out on it, they're going to try to flip it on you and deflect it back onto you by saying, maybe you need to go see someone. I love you. I'm whatever I am to you. I would not do this to you. You need some help. You should go see someone. I care about you. I'm not that type of person. All while doing the same thing to you in your face, blatantly lying to you, gaslighting you, and making you go crazy over trying to keep a relationship with them because of you trying to work things out and be a good person. All right. Sometimes it's best for you to work things out individually by yourself, even though others are involved. All right. Because sometimes the pain is too deep and they're going to keep inflicting damage wounds. They're going to keep lacerating you, keep cutting you, keep slicing you. All right. And if you stick around, that's going to be bad for you. If you try to continue to make things work while things aren't working, and while you're continuously being broken down and destroyed, stressing you out, causing you heartache, causing you pain, causing you to worry. Like, I've never been so worried over something like this, to where other people are just laid back, sitting, enjoying themselves, watching some TV, going about their day, watching their favorite show, doing their favorite activities. All the while you're stressing over them and how they are and maintaining a relationship with this person, and they're not even, they don't have a care in the world. And it's like they're carefree. They're not stressing. They're not worrying. They're not taking themselves through any mental ringers. They're just living their life and enjoying it. So you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it? They're able to enjoy themselves. They're able to be stress-free. They're able to live a life that's positive somewhat. At least it seems that way. Why should you get so bent out of shape over something that they're doing and they're saying, all because you care about them? At some point, you're going to have to realize that all this care that you're giving out to others needs to be poured back into yourself. It's okay to care about other people. It's okay to have love for other people. But when they're not giving it back to you the way you're giving it out, is not always a problem. You know, sometimes you may just have to dial it back. But if people are giving you hate for love, if people are giving you worry for and stress and all these other negative things, when you're just trying to come around them and have a good time and enjoy yourself and create some good memories, then you're going to have to go and do those things on your own. Because time after time, when people show you that they're unworthy of your presence, because it is a present, you're going to have to take that you're going to have to take that gift away from them. You are a gift to everyone that you meet, and you are a gift to the people in your life. And when they want to stop treating you like a gift, in the sense of treating you like a piece of, then they have betrayed you. All right. When they will turn other people against you, when they will go to other people in the family and tell them not to listen to this one. This person doesn't know what they're saying. It's something wrong with them. They're crazy. They've lost their mind. Something's happening to their mind. All right. Don't let people try to fool you into thinking that something is happening to your mind. You're totally sane, and they're playing a sick game on you. You may have to go speak to someone to get your thoughts clear and get your mind right, and get some validation and some confirmation as to what has happened to you with these individuals, because their behavior is so sick, and they are in all actuality the one that needs help, and the most help. You actually may have to go speak to someone, because it's like being around someone that has the flu. If you hang around them too long, it's a chance you might get sick. When you're around people who are mentally unfit and somewhat mentally damaged and unhealthy, and have trauma and wounds that they don't care to fix or heal because it's going to cause them too much pain or agony, then that's going to rub off on you, because they're going to deflect that pain and agony onto you. And you're going to be the one at the brunt of their load. You're going to be the one carrying the heavy burden. You're going to be the one that's stressed out. All right. They're going to stress you out. And all you're trying to do is maintain a peaceful relationship between you and them. All right. But that betrayal is real. They will tell other family members not to talk to you. They'll tell other people to not deal with you, other friends, other members of the family. They'll tell people that, you know what, don't associate with this one, don't talk to this one. If someone calls you and says this or that, don't believe them, don't trust them. This person, you can't really listen to what they're saying right now. Something wrong with them. They need some help. They haven't gone and got it. They'll put other people up against you to make you feel isolated. All right, when they are trying to isolate you from others, that's how you know that they had something to do with betraying you, and they're trying to make it worse than it actually is. All right, people should not be doing this to people that they love. This is not a way to treat people that you love, but people will put how they want to do someone. People will put how they want to do someone past how they feel towards someone. And they get a kick out of their treatment towards other people. So the worse they can do you, the better they're going to feel about themselves. And when you are related to people like that, and when they're in your family, and when you can kind of see that and feel that, it's not positive. And the only thing left to look at it is like you're going through betrayal. All right, so it's going to make you mad, and it's going to stress you out. All right, but don't let it consume you, and don't get too stressed out over it, because like I said, they're going to be living their best life, enjoying themselves, going on a plane, taking a vacation, going to another state, having a good time, while you're worried and suffering over your relationship with your family. And they're going to, it's like they're not even going to care. All right, they don't have it within them to feel any type of way, so they won't get stressed out. They won't allow this to worry them. All right, they're not going to be worried about this at all. All right, if they were, when you would go around them, they wouldn't have such harmful, toxic things to say to you, underlying things to say to you. And they act like they don't even do it. And they act like you're just supposed to take it, or you're stupid and it's just supposed to keep going over your head like it did when you were a child, or when you were younger, or when you were unsuspecting, or quote unquote naive, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, who's looking for those that are close to them, that supposedly love them, to be sabotaging them, to be trying to destroy them in some kind of way? Because you don't expect the people who you see most of the time, or you don't expect the people who brought you into this world, or the people who you associate yourself with, or have sat down and had some type of holiday dinner with. You don't expect people to behave that way. And it hurts when you see them behave that way, and they want to say that it's something wrong with you, when all the while it's something wrong with them. It's nothing wrong with you. They have the issue, but the issue is they have an issue with you. So they're trying to maintain and save face while hiding the hate that they have towards you, because they don't want you to know. They're using you for supply, and they need to keep you around as long as they can, because without you, they're not going to feel too good about themselves, and they're going to start taking it out on each other. All right, they will take out how they feel on each other when you're not around. When you're not around for them to beat up, and if they're not beating up on themselves, whoever's closest to them, that's who they're going to beat up on. But it just so happens that you were the scapegoat. It just so happens that you were the black sheep. It just so happens that you were the one they dumped their problems and dumped their issues on, and took out how they felt on. Even if it's something that they had to learn how to deal with because of you, they're still going to dump it on you, instead of learning how to deal with the situation, instead of learning how to, change how they view things, or change how they feel, or change their mindset, or work on themselves in that particular moment. They would rather take out how they feel on you, because you caused them to feel that way. You made the mistake. You did whatever you did to make them feel how they do. But and if you did that to them, it would just be one big drama filled toxic relationship. But you don't want that. You see the bigger picture. You know that there's more to life. So you're not going to waste your time arguing or stressing. It's just that you have to, just like how you don't waste your time arguing with them or stressing with them, don't waste your time stressing over them or worrying over them, because they're not worth it. I guarantee you right now, they're sitting down, enjoying themselves and having a great life without you. They're having an amazing life without you, and it's time for you to have an amazing life. They're not upset or hurt because you're gone. They could care less. They're not worried about you because you're gone. They're actually happy that you're not around. It's just when you are around, they choose to beat down on you because it's fun for them. They enjoy it. They enjoy treating others like crap. All right. And it just so happens that being related to someone doesn't stop that. It will not stop how others feel about you. Oh, we're related to him. Let's have mercy. Oh, we're related to him. Let's take it easy. No, it's not going to be any of that. They will not care. They'll act like they care, and they'll fool people into thinking that they care by doing things that show that they care. But their actions towards you and the things they say are going to be totally different. It's going to show you how they really feel towards you. And then when you go to, try to solve problems or call them out on it or fix things, they're going to act like they don't even exist. And for me personally, that wore me out. I let that wear me out, trying to hold on to something that no longer serves me, trying to hold on to something that is best for me to let go. And I know you love people and you care about people, but it's like sometimes you got to let people go so that way you can grow. Not only do you let it go so you can grow, sometimes you got to let people go and let others go so you can grow, because people will drive you crazy. And it's only because you care. You care about them. You're empathic. You can put yourself in other people's shoes. All right. You have the ability to care for other people and feel deeply about them and towards them. But when it comes to them, and it's not even like, it's not even like to the point to where it's like, oh, they don't love you like you love them. It's like, no, they're just treating you like dog stuff. And it's like, that's how it's like they would just have half, they didn't even have to love you at all. That's cool. They could just be around you and just, appreciate you some kind of way. I could tolerate that. But for somebody to tear you down and to always be nitpicking and always having you second guess yourself, that's too much mental work when you're trying to enjoy people's company. Like, that makes it impossible to enjoy someone's company when they're constantly tearing you down and having something to say. It's like you don't want to be around them at that point. Why would you waste your time being around them and wanting to do that with your time when you could use your time for something better and possibly even healing from some of the negative traumatic experiences that they took you through? And even if it's verbal, a lot of people think, well, it's just verbal. Nothing's happening to me. Well, they didn't put hands on me. Well, they just said something. It's okay. Like, the amount of narcissism and gaslighting is the same type puts the same type of stress and pressure on a person's mind as a war veteran. So when you get done being gaslighted, and when you get done being mentally abused, your mind and body has undergone the equivalent of the amount of stress as someone that has just got out of battle, someone that is a war veteran. Some people come out of this and their lives are never the same. Some people end up in a crazy home because they had a mental imbalance from all the stress. All right. And there are a lot of indications that will let you know that you've undergone this type of stress. And it might be as far as like a small health condition. It may not be something fatal. It might be something small, but it's something that you notice. And it might be, and if it's stress related, it's more than likely due to the stress that you have undergone by being around people who have secret hatred towards you. And people can help you. They can buy you things, they can support you, they can feed you, they can take care of you, and still all the while hold secret hatred for you. And that's why you'll have people acting good and then acting bad, and you can't quite be able to put your finger on it. You're like, yo, something isn't right. I'm getting help, I'm getting love, I'm getting, all the things a person should be getting, but it's like something isn't right. It's like it feels like every time around this person, I'm super anxious, and I'm like extremely stressed by the things that they're saying and doing, and it seems like it's something that's happening on purpose. All right, I know family is stressful, but it's not supposed to be like all the time. All right, everybody is supposed to be stressed out. I mean, everybody is not supposed to be stressed out, but people get stressed out by being around people. That's natural. Sometimes people will bring stress. Sometimes people will stress you out. But the fact that someone doing it intentional versus non-intentional is totally different. It's different when someone does something and it's like, oh, okay, well, they do this thing, it's kind of annoying, but they don't mean it. It's different when somebody is doing something repeatedly, purposefully, with an ill intent. The intent of causing you some type of damage, the intent of causing you some type of stress, the intent of causing you to worry and not be able to believe in yourself, so that way you don't trust yourself and your decision making. All right, when you have been betrayed so deep to where it's like you have to study to heal and learn to heal and go see a psychologist to heal, and you learn all the things that have been done to you and all the ways that you've been manipulated and treated to doubt yourself and to hate yourself and to not love yourself. And it's like, what else are you supposed to do? How else are you supposed to feel? It's hard, when you are undergoing betrayal from people that supposedly love you, are people that you love, and nobody's perfect, but it's certain things that shouldn't take place, certain things that don't have to take place, but people want to see them take place. All right, they are sadistic. Sadistic means taking pleasure in the mistreatment or misfortune of others. They take enjoyment in others' misfortune, and unfortunately, they have always been like that. You're not the you're not the first person that they've behaved to like this. You're just at the brunt of it. You're just taking the load of it, because now you're the main person probably in their life because they're in your family. So I know you love your family. I know you appreciate your family and everything they've done for you, and you should. They birthed you. They took care of you. They brought you into this world. They've helped you out tremendously, I'm sure. If they haven't, maybe you had a worse situation with the people who you know as family, but any type of abuse that you've undergone, or any type of betrayal that you've undergone because of that, the depth of it was too much. And you had to go all out. You had to start fresh so you could process it, because this is a lot for a person's mind to have their whole world turned upside down by thinking that they have people in their life who feel a certain way about them, only to find out that they really, truly, honestly felt separately. They felt a whole separate way. And once you figure that out, it's like, okay, well, it's not what I thought it was. So let me just, deal with it the way it is. All right. You realize that you're not going to get from someone something they don't have to give. You accept that. But then after you accept that they don't have something to give, it's like, at least give what you can. But then you realize they're not even doing that. You realize they don't have nothing to give other than, what you already got. And you're not going to be able to get more from them than what you already got. And sometimes it plays with your mind, because it's like, this person has helped me. This person has showed me what could be considered or taken as love. This person has cared about me. This person has helped me, provided for me. made sure I could eat when I didn't have food, made sure I had a place to stay when I needed a place to stay, made sure I had money for things when I needed money for things. But it all boils down to the treatment that you receive from this person. Someone might look at this situation and just tell you to shut up and be grateful. But it's like, okay, cool. But in order to shut up and be grateful, you're going to have to do it from a distance, because this person isn't allowing you to shut up and be grateful. They're helping you, but at the same time, backhanding you. So it's like you heard of backhanded compliments. This is like backhanded help. It's similar to a backhanded compliment. You help me, but you secretly hate me, and you're only helping me because it appeases your image to the public and to other people. It's like you are only helping someone so that way people will not look at you like a bad person. People will not view you as the person that you truly are. And like I said, nobody's perfect. We all have character flaws. We all have some type of personality issue that needs to be worked on. But if someone won't work on theirs, and they're continuing to be a part of the problem, and you're doing all this healing, making yourself better, taking time out to read books, watching positive videos, talking to your therapist, talking to your psychiatrist, talking to a psychologist, talking to whoever you need to speak to, reading all types of books, watching positive videos, you're doing praying to God about it, reading your Bible, you're getting even more religious or spiritual, whatever you want to call it. You are doing everything you could possibly do to make this work. And then you just keep going back and you keep enduring the same type of ill behavior from those who supposedly say they care about you. And it's not a good feeling, and it'll stress you out. It'll make you want to take your life. All right. Especially if it's those who quote unquote love you. It's like, it feels like it's so much pressure, and just to try to maintain it, that eventually it just becomes too much. All right. You have to start fresh so you can process it all. All right. And at some point you're going to have to let people go, and you can't let go of your own life. You can't stop living because they're making you feel that way. All right. You can't let go of a good thing. You can't let go of your life and your peace because somebody wants to act a certain way. If they want to act a certain way, they're going to have to act that way, but it's going to be by themselves. They're going to be acting that way alone, because you have to send out a strong message that I don't want to be treated that way. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the entire world to me. I will go to the ends of the world for you and back, but I will not allow you to speak to me any kind of way, talk to me any kind of way, make me feel any kind of way, because that's what's on your agenda for today. You are not your family's doormat. You love them. You appreciate them. You want the best for them. You're not their doormat. They don't have the right to walk all over you, disrespect you to your face, say underlying things, give you backhanded compliments, gaslight you, and talk to you directly to your face without talking to you directly to your face. All this little sneaky, backstabby, just like shady behavior, man. And when you have people who you're related to and they're acting shady, it's just like, what else are you supposed to do? You got to stay away. You have to put your best interest at heart. Somebody got to put your best interest at heart. Somebody got to care about you. You have to care about you. If they don't, that's okay. They helped you the best they could. They provided for you the best they could. They did the best they could for you. It's like, what more could you want from them? And I understand that. What more could I want from them? But when people are unavailable for you in a certain way, and not only are they like unavailable for you, like emotionally unavailable for you, they got the nerve to try to damage you emotionally as well. They got the nerve to try to damage you mentally and spiritually as well. And those things take a physical toll on you. So it's like all that stressing you do over them, how are you going to get that health back? How are you going to get that time back? That's time you will never get back, stressing and worrying about people that don't feel the same way. All right. And I know you love them and care about them, because you got God's spirit in you. You love the people, you love your family. You love your relatives. You love the people you're related to. But some of them you just can't get with, and you have to take time away from everybody. You, like, for the couple bad apples ruined the bunch. You had to let go of everybody so that way you could find some peace of mind. Or there's going to be a few people that you still talk to and stay in touch with, but once people show you who they are, you'd be a fool to keep dealing with them. They laughing at you, talking about you behind your back because you still coming around. It's like they want to know why you even keep involving yourself with them. They don't understand, that you really care about them. They don't have the compatibility. They don't have the ability to do that. And if they if they claim they do, and if they say they do, then how come they get so negative and they got to treat you so bad, and it's like you can't even be around them for more than 10 minutes. Some of us, we get around the people that we love, we can't even be around them for more than 10 minutes because they got to say something. They got to start something. They have to have something to say, always have something to say. And they like, every time you get around them, you come happy, you leave upset. Or sometimes you even leave, you arrive angry, and you even leave angrier. Like once you get to the point of trying to make it work and forcing yourself to keep visiting certain people, and you get mad because you're getting mad at yourself. And it's only going to make it worse. Once you start getting mad at yourself for not letting go of this relationship between you and and some of your family members, right? The fake ones. Once you are when you hold on to that, it becomes extremely stressful. You're pulling up to their house knowing you shouldn't be there, trying to be the best family member that you can be, trying to please God, trying to set a good example, trying to set an example for them, thinking that you're going to rub off on them and that they're going to eventually one day change for you so you can get along with them is less than likely, y'all. And I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. It's less than likely. People will show you that, people will show you that they're just going to be them. They're going to do them. They're going to be themselves. And it's nothing that you could do about it. All right. You're going to have to continue to make yourself better. That's the only thing you can do. All right. When they show you, that they want to be this type of way, and they think this is better for them to be this way towards you, then that, okay, well, hey, I love them. I tried my best. I did all I can do. There's nothing more for me to do. You cannot kill yourself and stress yourself out and put yourself into an early grave over people who do things that irritate you and then are going to go be happy and live their best life. Why keep stressing yourself out over people who are living their best life? All right. I know you keep going over there because you're trying to repair things, and you're trying to hold on to your family. You're trying to make it work. You're trying to be the upstanding family member. You're trying to be the best, relative you can be. You're trying to be the best person that you can be to people. Sometimes people just don't deserve it, and you'll put in a lot of work. You'll put in a lot of effort. You'll do your best to show them that you care. And it's like, sometimes it's just not worth it. And they do these things to make you look bad. They have this whole list of things that they've done for you to help you, to help you get here, to help you get there. You're just only here to hurt them and only here to say negative things. Unfortunately, when it gets to this point, they're going to gaslight you, and they're going to make it seem like you're the problem and you're the one causing them to hurt. At that point, you just have to realize that the people you're dealing with are immature and they're not ready to grow. Some people are not ready to grow. And when people aren't ready to grow, you cannot keep putting yourself in their presence to continue to be hurt. You want to grow, they want to stunt your growth. You putting yourself around people that are hurting you, that are choosing to hurt you, that are choosing not to grow, that are continuing to behave in a way that is hurting you, in a way that is not good for your health mentally, then you have to do what's best for you. You have to. You got to do what's best for you. I know it hurts to be betrayed, but you have to make the best out of your life and what it is. All right, you have to just gather up as many positive experiences as you can, gather up as many life lessons learned as you can, gather up all the good things, good times, good experiences that you can, and you're just going to have to remember them how you want to. You're going to have to remember the best parts of them, the best times from them, and all the good things that you experienced with them. And you're going to have to let go of the bad. And in order to not experience any more bad, you're going to have to stay away from certain people, because if all they can bring out of you is bad, if all they can bring out of you is doubt, fear, worry, and remembering bad memories, things that you're trying to let go and not focus on or think about, and they keep wanting to bring them to the forefront of your mind to get a reaction out of you so that you become worried or stressed or angry, then you that's no good for you. And right now, if they continue to act like that, they're no good to you and they're no good for you. And anything that is no good to you or no good for you, you're going to have to remain out of its presence. It's only for your own benefit, and it's going to hurt because you're going to feel like a bad person. And a lot of people get taken out by guilt. All right, don't allow yourself to be taken out over the guilt from having to disassociate from people that you want to associate with. Right? You would want nothing more than something to do with them, but their actions show you they don't want anything to do with you. And you can see past the lies. It's like, you don't have to lie, Craig. You don't have to lie. You ain't got to lie, Craig. They don't have to lie to you, but they're not keeping it real with you because it's a part of their facade. It's a part of their mask. It's a part of them appeasing their own ego. They don't want to take the ego shot of not being a good person. So they pretend to you and lie to themselves and others about what's actually happening and how they're actually treating you. And some distance might pass. From what I've researched and from my studies, people still say the same. People still stay the same. Even though the time passes, months, days pass, weeks pass, months pass, birthdays, holidays, years pass, all those things pass without you. And they haven't skipped a beat. They don't care. And I hate to break it to you, and I'm not trying to be harsh or rough or rugged, but it's the truth. And, sometimes the truth isn't easy for us to experience. To experience, because it takes us through a number of moods. All right, you become a little moody and a little attitudey when you realize that you've been betrayed. All right, it throws you off. Throws off your weeks, your days, your weeks, your months, your years, throws everything off. And it makes you feel like you're a horrible person when indeed you're not. You're not a horrible person. All right, you are a good person, and they may have painted you out to not be as good as you think you are, or as good as you might feel you are, but that's on them. You're not a bad person. You're not a horrible person. The things that they say about you aren't true. And this is why they'll slander you, because your absence speaks volumes. And that's a whole nother video. Your absence speaks volumes. All right. They are, it's just no words for that. All right. They are at a point where if they're not going to change now, they may never change, and they may stay that way forever. And you can't keep worrying yourself about what people are going to do. You can't keep worrying yourself about how other people are acting. You can't be concerned with that. And the fact that you're doing your best to maintain everything and make sure that things work out, all is preserving the light within you and the love within you. That's all you're doing. You have to preserve that And you have to maintain that good feeling within yourself, because these are things that they will try to steal from you. And they try to take these things in the form of stress and anger and all that, and try to turn you into what they are. And they're not going to be satisfied until they kill the version of you that they don't like. And when you turn into them, that's when they're going to like you. That's when they're going to want you to come around. That's when they may even lay off, because they see that you're not the person that is posing a threat to them anymore. And even as a relative, even as a family member, there are some people in your inner circle that you pose threats to that God will remove out of your life, even though you love them and even though you wish them the best. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. It's been another DruTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. Peace, love, and light. We out.